Okay, so it is now the day after getting the tank. Finally, after getting the tank, it's taken so damn long. And now what I'm up to this morning, first thing, because it's not leaking, I got this stuff with it as well. It's like a silicon base sort of ornaments. And we've got about 4 of these guys, and then some extra other little small grey rock things. And before I put the gravel in, I'm going to put these guys down to see how well they sink. If they're going to float, I'm hoping they won't. Just to see if they can sink, and then also is I can have it as close to the bottom and not have to put it through the gravel, but put the gravel around it, just because it's going to be much easier to deal with. And when Emily brought these in, she also brought a stink bug in. So I'm hoping, and this guy's here, the stink bug. So I'm gonna try not to touch this guy the whole time, so he doesn't stink out me in my room. So I'm just gonna put this stuff in, and try and find the best way. Let's see. Alright, at least it sinks. It doesn't matter if it's outside now, at least it sinks. At least we know that. So I have now put the stuff in. I put all the bigger pieces of the silicon structures, this in the tank. This one here is a bit messed up on the sides, whatnot, and it just doesn't quite suit it. I think this is like the best I can do for the time being. If someone else adds says something, well then I might change it. But for now it's pretty good enough. I just need to get the tank ready for Gerald, because he's been in that damn esky way too long. And I don't need him dying on me, because that would not be great at all. So now I just need to put the rocks in and put all these extra little pieces of stufferoos in and test the water and see if Gerald can go back in. Now, this is probably going to severely dirty the water, just because the tank itself hadn't had much of a decent, the prior tank hadn't had much of a decent clean for about 2 weeks, even longer than that, and there was a lot of waste build up from that. So this is all the rocks from the last tank, and I'll pour it in. Hopefully I'll have enough. Still going. Oh. See, inside that, it's like some rock and a lot of nasty stuff. So this tank used to be crystal clear. Damn, you can really see like how much this just changed. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough rock. At least hopefully for just a thin enough layer to cover the bottom, at least for the time being. Now, I was going to do like an ad video, a cool part of the video where I added the old water, which had some tannins in it, into the clear water of this tank here. The only issue is that it's already dirty, so it doesn't really work to add the not so clear water into clear water, get that mixing of different colors, which would have been cool. So I'm just going to put the water in, and just to fill it up a bit more, put some clear was the stuff in? It's Clarity, yeah, Seachem, this stuff right here. So it binds like all the larger particles in the tank together, and that's kind of how it clears up the water. That's the idea. And it says on the bottle that takes 1 to 2 hours, but that just depends on what sort of materials they're trying to bind together. that's the 3 buckets of water I tried to save from the other tank. Didn't really do much for this one, but I tried. This stuff right here, guys, is the AccuClear I just put in. Funnily enough, before it actually starts to work, it actually makes it worse. But it looks kind of cool. Like if this was in if the water was clear, that'd look even more rad. But yeah, that's the AccuClear stuff in them, and hopefully it'll be able to do something for this tank. Another thing that's getting done on this glorious day of getting this tank set up is also getting these guys, my Lightail mollies that I've been breeding. I'm getting them out of the tank that I had them in for the time being while I redid this tank. Also, I was redoing that one at the same time, so I was going to do like 2 tanks at the same time. But now it's their turn to go back into their tank because it's pretty much ready. The water's all good, I reckon. The plants have suffered mightily. These up the back here, they used to be like a really luscious green leaves, which is unfortunate that it's died. But there's a lot of new shoots coming off the top and midway, so it's looking promising, which I'm pretty happy about. And that's about. Oh, also, I got a tortoiseshell snail. I don't know if you can see him. He's a tortoiseshell right there. He's flipping adorable. I'll show a photo, more of a close up later, but he's so cute. He's a very cute snail. So letting them acclimatize or acclimate to the water temperature difference from that tank to this one here, and then also waiting for this tank to heat up before I have a bath. I just got the goldfish, Bobby. I got Bobby the goldfish out of the other 6-foot tank, just so I can use him as he's kind of like my test fish. How mean it sounds. Goldfish are pretty hardy animals, and the water, I've checked the water quality with my test kit, and it seems like it's going to be alright. The only thing might be the pH, but these guys can deal with somewhat of a higher pH. So when I go to work this afternoon, I'll be finishing half an hour before close, so I'll get some pH equalizer or pH proper, and then that will fix up the pH good as proper for me and this tank. And then I reckon I'll be able to put Gerald in. I'm really hoping tonight, because I'm working the Eka tomorrow, and yeah, he's not looking so crash hot. He needs to get out of there. Definitely needs to get out. But I'm pretty happy with the tank as it is. Got my little plant thing with the bubbles. There's some bubbles on the side there. Filtration's flipping awesome. The amount of rock is pretty decent. I might get some more further down the track just to make it a bit deeper, because Gerald does like to dig holes. But yeah, so far everything is working. Okay, before Gerald can go in this tank, I've had to fix up the pH with some pH neutral regulator. Trust me, it says, it doesn't look like it, but that's what it says. I had to do 1 level teaspoon for every 40 to 80 litres. Yeah, 40 to 80 litres. So I've had to do 10, because this is about an 800 litre tank. So that's quite a lot of literage, and I'm just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll test the pH, see how it looks, and hopefully it'll be alright, and then we can put Gerald in, because he needs to go in. He's so not happy right now. Just go to me pouring the water in the bucket when I start pouring it in, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I've just gotten some water from the other tank, just because it's a bit cooler than this water in is esky. I'm just going to pour it in just to try and cool down the water, because I'm not going to be able to. Oh, it's going to be so much. There's so much muck in here. It's so bad. So bad. I'm going to let this sit like a minute. And then I'm going to just take Gerald out with the big net that I had bought specifically for him. Just put him right in there, and hopefully he will survive. This is a very kind of scary, because he's been in here for quite a while, because I haven't been able to put him anywhere else, so he could possibly die, and I don't want that. So yeah, really, I'm hoping he does alright, and that he lives. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so things just got a little bit more intense. There's now an electric current in the water. I don't know how the hell there is. He's looking pretty sick right now as well. I'm just going to turn on... Oh, I can't turn that power off because that's going to my top. So down. Yeah, he's looking pretty sick. And there's I touched the water. I got electrocuted 3 times. So I've got to get him out. And hopefully he's gonna be alright. Trying to come out, buddy. Alright. Wrong way, you knob. Out. Now, he's in the water. There is legit nothing else I can do. If he lives, that is, I'm gonna be so relieved. And you know what the other option is. It's only a 2-way street. But alright, that was a lot of water. There's a big ass puddle on the ground now. Alright, whatever. Anyway. Turn the light off for a bit, and hope that'll help him calm down, reduce his stress, and hope for the best. Alright, so far I'm a shadow. So far Gerald here is doing alright. He's was swinging around. I will turn the light off back quickly, but I just want to see how he react when I turn the light on. But with the light off, he is now moving around so much more, and it's a big relief. Still not out of the deep end yet. I still don't know how he's going to fare through the night, but for now he's doing all right, and I'm much happier then, and more sure about his survival, more so now than I was before. Just got back from working the Echo for the second day on Saturday today, and I got back about half an hour ago. I think it's about 7 o'clock right now, 7:30, and what I've got to do is try and get everything that's outside inside. So I've got to get the enclosures that were usually here, so I've got to empty that and chuck it out. I've got to do my folding in the washi that's been sitting there for a bit too long, and then I've got to put the other enclosure set up like that back on top, and like the desk is not longer existent, so I actually don't know where. I don't have a desk now, so usually I would have a desk right there, but there's a tank there because there's like not much space at all. That's a chair as example. There's me as an example for I can't even think. It's been a big day, but yeah, I don't have a desk anymore, so I usually did store a lot of books and stuff on there, and supplies and colognes and other things that I can't really store anywhere else because my room is just tanks and animals and stuff. And so yeah, this tank's still doing well. so far. Bit noisy. Gotta tighten up some filter bits or something underneath, but other than that, it's going alright. So, see how much I can get done tonight before passing out. One more step, done. Alright, so now it's pretty much 10 o'clock, and I've gotten all these enclosures in. I've got the BHP, so the black-headed python enclosure, and the Bradley enclosure. Got the redback spider, which is chilling up. That little black. Oh, I can't do this. Well, there's it right there. That's the redback black. The redback spider. I got these guys back in, so the corridor is all good. All the way back to my 6-foot tank on there, and my 3-foot tank, and then my other 3-foot tank, which is here, with the new honey gourami, by the way. This guy's absolutely adorable, a honey gourami. His little feelers. Oh yeah, he's new. And then the albino bristlenose, which you can see down the center there. Yep, that's that guy. So, now that everything's in, I've also set up heat cords. You can see them right back there. Heat cords. It's also running down the back of that one. Those enclosures are for the snake, my pythons, which I'm just about to put in. Now, I did have to have a shower before I dealt with my own snakes, because I've been working with my job snake and with my boss's reptiles. So whenever I work with, or if anyone works with different reptiles, they should usually try their best to not maybe wear the same clothes, even wash their hands, have a shower preferably, and just be as clean as possible, just to limit the amount or the chance of calm down. It's just that doggo. So yeah, what's up? You can come in. Anyway. Yeah, so it's limit the chances of the transfer of different diseases. So these guys are in there. Clean the blue tongue. So blue tongue I haven't forgotten. He hangs out outside usually because he's used to it. So he was brought up in an outdoor enclosure, the people I got him from. So he is used to it. But otherwise he goes in this enclosure, which I still need to fix up because it's been outside. So I'll get those guys out in their happy homes that are nice and warm, and then I'm gonna go night and sleep because I got a big ass stand tomorrow of working on the Echo.